Independence Day. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into this shit, man. I hope it's some Moors in here too, so we can go ahead and break down these Moors today. Okay. So this is Independence Day. Let's really look at what Independence Day is. Okay. Let's look at it. Independence Day is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the Declaration of Independence. So let's look at what we're celebrating, y'all. The Declaration of Independence, all right, of the United States on July 4th, 1776. Now, what was the Declaration of Independence? Let's click in there for those who don't know. This is how it looked. Also, let the record reflect that it was Moors that helped these Europeans or these invaders come up with this Declaration of Independence. Okay? Let the record reflect that. So basically, the Declaration of Independence, all right, explained why the 13 colonies who were at war with Great Britain regarded themselves as 13 independent sovereign states, no longer under British rule. Okay? So that's the Declaration of Independence. So before we get up off here, we don't have to go into what 13 mean, because I've always told y'all that 13 is significant to the elites because it represents the original 13 bloodlines, which were the original 13 families, human being families, racist families that aligned with the draconian reptilians in the beginning. All right? This was all before our fall, per 1492. Okay? Per 1492, y'all. All right. Now, let's go back. All right? So I want to address two things here. First, let me address the fact that when they telling you that the 13 colonies went to war with Great Britain, it's called doing American Revolution. You see it? The American Revolution was an ideological and political revolution that occurred in colonial North America between 1765 and 1783. They said in the American Revolution, the Americans are the 13 colonies. So in the beginning, America was just 13 colonies. That's what they taught you in history, right? And they said that during the American Revolution, the 13 colonies defeated Great Britain. And this is what was known as the American Revolutionary War. And this is the war that allowed the 13 colonies to form their own country that we now know as the United States of America today. This is a picture of a committee of 5 presented its draft for approval by Second Continental Congress on June 28th, 1776. All right? So the American Revolution was basically when the 13 colonies declared their independence from Great Britain, or so they say. Okay? So they got us celebrating this day because they teach us in school that it was all about the 13 American colonies separating from Great Britain. Okay? This is what we are taught in American schools every day. Okay? That we celebrate this day, Independence Day, because this is the day that America, the 13 colonies, gained their independence from Great Britain. All right? This is what they teach you. All right, now let me enlighten you. I just had to show you that. I just had to show y'all that. All right? Let me just scooch this to the side for a second. Let me do this. All right? Let me do that. And let me do this. Okay? Now, it might be a lot of pause back and forth because that lemon juice kicking in. I got to spit this shit out. I can't hold it in. All right, but we gonna get the message out. Okay, so let's talk about what really happened on this day that they call Independence Day. Remember, I have always taught you all about the Great Invasion of 1492, right? And that is when these aliens, because you can call them that, because they're foreigners, they were holding. This is when this other species of beings invaded our planet. All right, and when they invaded our planet, they made us fall in frequency. That war started in 1492. What they're calling 1776, because we know time ain't real, age ain't real. What they're calling the year 1776 was the day when the war ended with us. See, this is where they lie to you at in history. They got you believing that America went to war with Britain. And America was 13 colonies who defeated Great Britain, and then they gained their independence, and then they expanded to become 13 states, which later expanded further to become 50 states to make up this United States of America we now have here today. But let me enlighten you. The 13 colonies were what? What are their genetic makeup? They were what? Human beings. And not only were they human beings, they weren't any type of human beings. They were the rich, white, racist human beings, the elite, that we call the elite today. These are the same 13 colonies that will later go on to make up the families that we now know as Illuminati, the Boule, the Rockefellers, the Bilderbergers Group, the Black Nobility. You know, they go by a lot of different names now. Knights Templars. All right? But in the beginning, they were just 13 families of human beings that decided to help these draconian reptilians and Pleiadians invade our planet. That's what you got to know. That war started in 1492, Reflections. Okay? It ended 1776. They finally defeated us. And then they enslaved us. So you got to remember, time isn't real, but we're going to use the numbers they're using just to give you a research reference. Okay? So, the war starts in 1492. It ends 1776. 1776, when they defeated the last of us, they then went to enslave us. Okay? Once they finally defeated us, they then enslaved us. All right? Remember, when the war started in 1492, they made us fall in frequency. Hold on, y'all. They made us fall in frequency. They made us fall in frequency. When the war started in 1492, right? When the war first started in 1492, y'all, they come to our planet. I might as well stand up because that shit coming up out of me. I might as well stand up for a minute, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. So look, in 1492, when they came to our planet, the war starts. The war starts like they come in 1492. The war probably started in 1493. They was here probably, once again, there was no time. But I want to give y'all some reference, some frame of reference. So I'm going to say it like this. They came to our planet in 1492. They was cool with us for 1 year. They took that whole 1 year to get to know us, get cool with us. They made us think they was our friends. The Pleiadians did. And during this moment in time, this is when we were helping the human being race. Okay? All the human being race, even the 13 families, which were later going to be the 13 families, originally when they first came here, they still had tails growing out their ass. They still had tails. I can spit in there. They still had tails growing out their ass. Y'all feel me? They still were covered in fur when human beings first got here. The 13 colonies too. They were later going to become the 13 colonies and blood families. In the beginning, they all came the same. They came to our planet through portals in the Caucasus Mountain region. They could not walk up straight. They were like this on all fours. We was kind of scared when we seen them. Like, not scared as in like a punk, but like, what the fuck is that? Like, we didn't know what the fuck they was. until the Pleiadians told us. You see what I'm saying? They told us what Zeus had did on Earth. We like, oh, so this is the result of Zeus's basic science project, basically. Basically, this is Zeus's science experiment, aka Satan. This is his science experiment that went bad. That's how we looked at it. Now, remember how they showed you on Wakanda how they were open to the white guy, they brought him into Wakanda. Remember that? That was real symbolic because that's what we did to the Pleiadians. When they landed, the human beings were still hiding in the caves. Remember I told y'all that. The Pleiadians came out first, and greeted us. The human beings, after they greeted us and made sure everything was cool, then they told us about the human beings that also were in that cave. They told us, look, this is what the Pleiadians had told us, y'all. They lied to us. When we was trying to figure out, okay, well, we know that Zeus created these human beings. We know that. We whooped his ass here on Kai and told him he had to get the fuck on. He couldn't do it here. So he went on Earth and created this human race and these vampires and werewolves and the Igors, which Igor race actually exists. The Igor is what Shrek is. The movie Shrek is based on an actual species called Igors that actually exists on planet Earth. So when Zeus was on Earth, he was a mad scientist. Satan, you call him Satan, y'all call him Satan, his real name Zeus. He a mad scientist. He was mixing and making fucking with all type of shit on Earth. Feel me? He made vampires, werewolves, Igors, human beings. Feel me? The dark elves who created the Sub-Zero technology you now know is winter here on your planet. All right? So the Pleiadians came out the caves first, y'all. They came out in peace. Like I always told y'all, they bitch ass came out like we come in peace. Because we warriors. So when they came out our shit, because we felt their vibration. We knew they was on our planet. So if they didn't come out, we was coming in anyway. You know what I'm saying? We know y'all bitch ass here, nigga. So when they came, the Pleiadians being smart, they're like, we might as well just go ahead and go out there and try to make peace with them to see if we can get good with them, as opposed to trying to hide out in the caves, scout out the planet from the cave, and then try to take over the planet like that. Because see, when the Pleiadians came, them and the draconian reptilians, remember I told y'all the reptilians never even entered the realm. They stayed on the outside surrounded with spaceships. Draconian reptilians, they never came on this bitch. They stayed on the outside. They sent in the Pleiadians and the human beings. You gotta know. They sent in the Pleiadians and the human beings. Okay? So, as we're going to the caves, the Pleiadians come out. See what I'm saying? It ain't like they landed on our planet and just came right out. No, they wanted to scout the planet out from the caves. We felt their frequency, and the planet was so on a high vibration back there. We felt them when they entered our realm. You know what I'm saying? We're like, what the fuck? We gonna go check this out. Why these beacons going off? You feel me? They bitch ass so scared. They come out there. We come in peace. And this is where this stance originally comes from. Them. This how they was. We come in peace. You feel me? Cause we finna fuck them up, nigga. We don't come in peace. We spiritual warriors, nigga. We spiritual assassins, nigga. We are creators, full of chaos energy, nigga. Remember, on this planet, this is where all the spiritual warriors came that was from our home kingdom of Series X. Some of our top finest goddess and gods came down here. So you gotta think who was on Kai. You gotta think where Kai is gladiator school, nigga. You done landed on the wrong planet, boy. You done fucked around. Boy, they finna get you right. You got real life assassins down there on that planet. Galaxy destroyers, you hear me? Hold on, let me blow my nose and shit. Shit coming up. Y'all hear me? On this planet, 144,000 of our finest had came down here in the beginning. So, on this planet, you have galaxy destroyers. Y'all feel me? I'm gonna break that down to y'all. Hold on. So, what is a galaxy? What is a galaxy destroyer? I'm gonna break it down for you right now. 144,000 of of Sirius X's finest spiritual assassins came down here to create and build up Planet Kai in the beginning. All right. I'm talking about these 144,000 souls are so fucking powerful. They still here too. Many of you are still, y'all still here. Remember, I told y'all came in and y'all became fruitful and multiplied. Okay? So that original 144,000 multiplied. That's why it's so many of us. All right? We just keep coming and coming, right? Because that's the way we set it up in the beginning. But the reason that the Pleiadians fear coming out is because everybody fear the Anunnaki goddesses in the cosmos. Everybody fear the Anunnaki because we are the creators. All right? We are the creators. And there's two different types of Anunnaki. I'm going to break that down too today. Break it down. You got the Atlantean Anunnaki and you got the Sumerian Anunnaki from the Sumerian text. They're about two different beings. We're going to get into it. Because a motherfucker tried to get into my post the other day on Instagram talking about some. He just unenlightened. You know, he don't know. We are not Anunnaki. The Africans made the Anunnaki. We are Titans. Tell them people the truth. And I'm like, man, young God, this lecture, I hope he's in here today. All right? We're going to get into all that. So let's stay focused. But the Pleiadians didn't want to come out because you have galaxy destroyers on this planet. One Anunnaki, be it a young one or an old one, is powerful enough to destroy a whole planet by themselves. Who are the Anunnaki? Remember, the Anunnaki are the black and Latino people. So yes, all of you, one of you, all right? Just one of you, you feel me? Just one of you, feel me? Just one of you, listen to me now. One of you. Just all it takes is one. All right? One black or Latino, whether it's young or black, has the power in them to destroy a whole planet. Even if they are not woke. This is why the elites attack you so hard every day still to this day. This is the ancient truth about our species. Now, that's just regular Anunnaki. Ain't no regular Anunnaki come down here. The spiritual assassins, the guardians of the galaxy, the Anunnaki's finest came down here. And these are galaxy destroyers. So that means these 144,000, just one of them are so strong, fuck a planet. They have the ability to destroy an entire galaxy, which is a galaxy is composed of what? 999,000 planets. That's what a galaxy is, 999,999 planets. That's what a galaxy is composed of. All right? So this is how powerful these beings are. Galaxy destroyers. Just by one by yourself. So, that's why the Pleiadians wanted to scout. They wanted to scout our planet out from the caves. But it couldn't work. Once again, you got galaxy destroyers down there, some of the strongest Anunnakis of the Anunnaki. So, the Pleiadians ended up coming out the caves and we come in peace. And us, yeah, we are fighters, but we have always been pure souls. So what does a pure soul mean? This means that we care, we are empathetic toward nature. We are empathetic toward other beings. We've always been that way anciently. Black people, Latino people have never been these violent people who are unempathetic to others. That just started recently when it's been taught and putting us through the food and the poisoning. We have always been empathetic to everything because we are the creators. So every little thing, microorganisms and all, we created. We understanding that was always the most empathetic because basically everything in the universe and everything you see around you is your baby. It's your baby. Everything comes from you. So ain't that like a father when he push out a son or a daughter, or a mother when she push out a son or a daughter? Yeah. All right. So we always anciently we saw everything for what it was, as a connection to us, as our children, because we created every little thing around us. And we only multiplied. So this is what makes us each other's reflection because we is only still one supreme soul, and we just multiplied ourselves. So this is why you're supposed to see every even being as a reflection of you, because that's what it is. All right. So when these Pleiadians come out the caves, they tell us about these human beings. We didn't know what the fuck was a human being. We didn't know what that was. It never existed. What the fuck is a human being? And then they go get one. So they bring it out, and we see it, and then they go get more. And more will come out. You know what I'm saying? Then thousands of them come out. We like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Are they another form of animal? Because they looked like animals. And the Pleiadians being able to communicate, because the human beings didn't even be able to communicate. They weren't even able to communicate. All they could say, like the monks, they was doing that. They had no way of communicating. So the Pleiadians being telepathic and us being telepathic, because we were on a high frequency, we communicated with the Pleiadian race. And they let us know, like, hey, basically, your brother Zeus, who y'all went to war with, abandoned them. Now, y'all laughing, but I'm serious, though. Like, for real, you don't get the message. Like, your brother Zeus, who y'all went to war with, created these beings, and then he abandoned them. He abandoned and left them just roam. We found them roaming the universe. That's what they told us. They say we found them roaming the universe. They didn't tell us that they didn't went that fucking these human beings, then turned on Zeus, got kicked off their own damn planet and rounded up because they didn't destroy their own planet. They didn't destroy Nern, warring with each other. So, motherfucking, we didn't know that they war with each other so bad that Zeus had to get their ass rounded up and then send their ass to jail. We didn't know that. They went to jail. They went to planet Egypt, which is the planetary jail for rebellious spirits. We didn't know all that. You see what I'm saying? So we like, okay, we believe that maybe he could have created these niggas, and maybe he created them and left them for dry. Feel me? And if they ain't asked to be created, then you know that's not their fault. We've always see, you gotta understand, a lot of y'all even right now watching the live, y'all vibrate so low that y'all can't even understand what I'm saying right now. People just comment the comment. You know, you could tell the beings who vibrate low because they just commenting. People that's really vibrating high, they just listening. They not even commenting. Most people that's commenting right now, if they not saying nothing positive, they are just low vibrational beings. You know what I'm saying? People that like to try to jump in here and argue in the comments I'ma see it. I can't see your comment, so it makes no sense to jump in the live and try to argue with yourself in the comments. And if you feel like your intellect is that prolific, if you believe your intellect is that prolific, why not start your own YouTube channel? See, that's where y'all go wrong. You in my university, telling me what to teach in my school. No, go start your own school. This is my school. You don't like my teachings, go to another university. That's why you got freedom to walk your ass off the live. Fuck you in here for trying to. That just shows how gifted you're not. You would just start your own YouTube channel. It's free. Start your own YouTube channel. It's free. And make your own shit. Don't use my name. Don't put my name at the beginning of y'all shit. Oh, that's nothing. All y'all who been tagging my name, not the good bloggers, but all y'all who been trying to tag my name and make negative YouTube videos about me to get views and make money off that. Boy, I'm coming for 900%. I need everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming for 900% because my name trademark. So when you use my name without my permission, you setting yourself up for failure, and your money ain't long enough to even go to war with me on that financial level, or you're not spiritually inclined enough to war with me on that level neither. You feel me? So just let y'all know. But let's stay focused here. So anyway, you know, these human beings, when they come out the caves, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know what Zeus did. We remember whooping his ass trying to prevent him from doing it. But after that, he went about his way, and that's that. So, when the human beings came out the caves, we being Atlantean. Now, here we go. Check this out. This is where the separation come in. We being Atlantean Anunnakis. We are the Atlanteans. This whole realm is Atlantis. Okay? The Sumerian Anunnakis, we gonna get into that. Okay. So, we basically assigned a section of gods, so these are black people, to help enlighten these human beings. So, yeah, that means teaching them how to walk, teaching them how to walk upright, teaching them about the stars, astrology, basic mathematics. We had to create a whole mathematics system just for them because our math was too advanced for them. Our math is called supreme mathematics. That was too advanced for them, so we created something called arithmetic, a dumbed down version that would at least help them be able to compute shit. Facts. They don't have a soul, so we couldn't teach them how to use telepathy and chi to communicate. So we had to create a whole system for them to be able to communicate. And that system was called the alpha beta system, or alphabets. This is where they come from. And alphabets later led to, once they mastered alphabets, and after they took over, they later used those same alphabets and everything we taught them to turn those words into spells and use them for negativity to further enslave us after the fall. So when you talk about 1776, right? You're talking about the conclusion of that war. And 1776, July 4th, 1776 was the exact day that they defeated our people, y'all. Yes, down here, these invaders. This day, on this day, July 4th, 1776, who you think the Pleiadians really gained their independence from? Us. Because this was our planet and they wanted it. Because they are cosmic pirates. The Pleiadians and the reptilians. They are cosmic pirates. So that means they go invade planets and drain it of their resources. This is what this extraterrestrial species do. They've been doing it. That's just who they are. Okay. So 1776, they defeated us. But now, this is what y'all need to know. This is where it gets good. This is where we find out about the African Anunnaki and the Sumerian Anunnaki. This is where they come in at. Because basically what happened was this. We was at war with these human beings and these Pleiadians, these invaders. Our oppressors now, these invaders. We was at war with them. And we had been warring with them since they came. Even after we fell in frequency, even after they started spreading oxygen into the air, and we started changing in pigment, we went from these luminous bright colors to these copper complexions, we were still warring with them. We knew within, you feel me? We remembered. Unlike today where most people forgot. Okay? So, but let me talk about July 4th, what exactly happened. So remember I told y'all about the Moors, right? And what I want to say right now, a lot of y'all be talking about y'all Moors and shit. And y'all fucking lying. Nigga, ain't no motherfucking, it ain't even no more Moors left on the planet, man. Y'all ass eating, y'all eating dick, y'all smoking dick. Remember, we talking with they got lips. Ain't no more motherfucking Moors on the planet. And there be niggas talking about they Moorish American. How? How? How the fuck you Moorish American? You don't know nothing about the history of the Moors. I'm Moorish American. The Moors, but you don't even know who the Moors were. And if they not even on the planet no more. Let me enlighten you on who the Moors really were. First off, people be confusing Mu with Moor. The Mu people are not the Moors. This is what a lot of y'all be thinking. Let me pull it up. Okay. So, when you put in Mu, nothing gonna really come up. They gonna tell you this. Let's look at it. So this is what they say when we put in Mu. It says Mu, the Mu, mythical lost continent. Mu is a legendary lost continent. The term was introduced by Augustus, that's a white person, European settler, the motherfuckers who conquered us. They always talking about they introduced some shit. Who used the land of Mu as an alternative name for Atlantis. It was subsequently popularized as an alternative term for the hypothetical land of Lemuria by James Churchward, who asserted the Mu was located in the Pacific Ocean before its destruction. That's what they say Mu was. So, now, check this out. So check this out, right? Now, so, let me turn the comments off. We can focus in here, man. Now, your bitch ass trying to interrupt class, take your whole ass on somewhere. Now you can't say shit. Now let's see how many people really want to learn. All right? With my university, bitch. You forgot I can shut you the fuck up and just cut the comments off, motherfucker? Let me remind you who got the real power here. Let me remind you who got the real power here. Now what you gonna do? In the live end, y'all know that's the feds in here that want to chat some shit. Remember, a lot of the comments, I'm a revolutionary, y'all. With supreme wisdom for y'all to help y'all remember. A lot of them comments be to make y'all think I'm lying. Them be the FBI and the CIA behind them pages throwing shit out there to keep y'all thinking that I'm lying. Okay, here. Y'all bitch ass up. Now what? Bitch. Now what? Leave then, hoe. Leave. Who else said? Who else was saying shit? Motherfucker was like, Rashad, you need a minute. Nigga, I'm sitting here with him, cold, still lecturing. Something you would never do. So man, your ass would be chilling. So I'm saying somewhere you'd be like, man, fuck them people. I'm gonna chill. But when you care about your people, you will let nothing stop you from delivering a message, my nigga. It'll never be another Rashad Jamal. It'll never be another Divine Insight, aka Rashad Jamal. You better know that. I come down here once every few energy cycles, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I come back and visit this bitch to make sure shit's still running smoothly. And when it ain't, you know. And I don't come alone. We come back every few. Us, Nerubians, Anunnaki. The real Anunnaki. Not these motherfucking Africans who they try to pose as Anunnaki. Now let's break that down. What do I mean by that last comment I made? Not those Africans. First off, we know there's no such thing as Africa, because that was named after a white person. Just keep your Afrikaners. So, why is there no more Moors here? Because the Moors, majority of the Moors, were all destroyed in the battle they had with us. And they were later slaughtered off in Europe by the humans they helped. So, so for y'all to understand what's going on, for y'all to understand what's going on, right? You got to understand that basically, like, on this day, the only reason they defeated us is because it was the Moors who helped them defeat us. Okay? Yeah, I said that. Yes. It was the Moors who helped them defeat us. Here's what happened. We've been warring with them all these years, right? We did, on this day, July 4th, we was damn near finna take the planet back. Like, out of all the years of warring with these people, with these invaders, we were finally starting to gain our ground again. Because you gotta remember, when the war broke out, we assigned these Moors who who were later coined Africans and Sumerian Anunnaki. Okay? These Moors originally were us, just regular gods and goddesses who we assigned to help the human being race. So what was the Moors' job? I told y'all already, to teach the human beings how to be civil again. We reverse engineered the tails, the animal genetics as much as we could. We taught them everything they know to this day. But guess what? Guess who was doing that, y'all? The Moors. The Moors were doing that. Y'all feel me? The Moors were doing that. The Moors were doing that. Talk slow, because I want y'all to keep up. The Moors were doing that. But while working with these human beings, the Moors were put under a spell. Let me repeat that. While working with the human being race that helped civilize them, the Moors were put under a spell. The spell was made by the Arcturian race. The Arcturians are an advanced group of extraterrestrials who are profound in making spells. The Arcturian species are the ones who created the time spell that we now live in that makes motherfuckers age. The Arcturian race. The Pleiadians and Draconians went to get the fucking Arcturians to help out. That's how bad we was fucking them up. Like, they couldn't do shit with us. Remember, we weren't just fighting against the humans. We was fighting against the human beings, the Pleiadians, and the Draconian reptilians. Alright? So, the Arcturians conquered up a spell, gave it to one of the human beings. The human being then did exactly what the Arcturian told her to do. She asked one of the Moors, could she make him something to drink? While he was working, Bill was showing something. He said, yeah. She gave him a drink. And she didn't just do that to him. She then proceeded to do this to all the Moors that was working with the humans. And this was done over a period of time, a little bit over a few months. What she gave them was potencies to break down their energetic fields to make them easy to control from these spells that will later be cast by these Arcturians. And it worked. Because what happened was eventually, hold on, y'all. Who else rung my doorbell? All right, so basically she put the spell on him, right? She put the spell on him, right? So when she put the spell on him, so when she put this spell on the Moors then, being under the spell, gave the human beings access to our ancient technology. Remember, the Moors were us, but the ones who we assigned to help the human race, the Moors were us. The ones we assigned to help the human race, we named them Moors because that was the job. Like, description. All right, it's just like if you're in the military, the people in the military, they have MOSs. That's their military occupation specialty. And that'll be their job. Some people should be infantry, some people be cooks, some people be nurses, You feel me? So basically, like once this spell was put on the Moors, which was the title we gave you, like if you was one of the guys that was elected to go help out with the human beings, you were labeled a Moor. Okay? Stay focused here. Okay. Now, after they were put under the spell, the Moors gave, this is how we lost, this is how the war even kicked off. All right? Without the Moors giving the human beings the access to our technology, our ancient access codes to our ancient technology, then we would still have our second sun here and our crystal towers. It was the giving of our access codes. The human beings put the males under the spores, under the spells, then got the Moors to tell them what the access codes were, right? The Moors gave up the access codes. The human beings gave the access codes to the Pleiadians. The Pleiadians went and used access codes, found the ancient technology, and the first thing they did was blow the sun away. We had two suns. The first thing they did was blow the fucking sun away. Then the second thing they did was not blow up the pyramid towers we had, which killed our communication with each other. We immediately fell in frequency. The third thing they did was cut the trees down. Those were the major 3 steps they needed to do to get us to even get to this small state of how you see us today. So they got us there. But when they got us there and we fell, we was all smaller, and our pigments went brown and copper from what they was doing to us, we still were fierce fucking warriors because we are souls and spirits. Never forget. The war continued. We were still fucking them up. Remember, human beings were small anyway, and the Pleiadians are a little bigger than the humans. So before they did that to us, we were the biggest things on the planet. We were gigantic. We stood 50 to 100 feet tall. Human beings was only 5 to 6 feet tall like most human beings are today. That's why if you black or Latino and you stand between 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, that's little as fuck. You were 50 to 100 feet tall. You're only that small because of what happened during the war. Feel me? Fell in frequency. Okay, so now, this is why we didn't see the attack coming. They attacked us from the inside out. So after they attacked us, now we at war with them for we won forever. But on July 4th, 1776, so this is what, 300-400 years after the war started, it's been a million casualties plus since then. We on this one day, which is today, July 4th, we was in a battle for our lives. But this was the battle of all battles because we had gained so much ground in this war to get our planet back, y'all, that if we would have defeated them on July 4th, we would have got our planet back. And that's what was going, that's what was happening. So we forgot all about the Moors. We hadn't seen them niggas since motherfucking the beginning of the war. So on this day on July 4th, we in the battlefield, we won with their ass. We fucking them up. And they went and called for help. They went and got bag up. So when they went and got bag up, the Pleiadians and the human beings, we didn't know that they went and got bag up. You know why? Because we was fucking them up and they retreated. They ran away. So imagine like being in a big ass field, you and your friends, right? Let me break it down to layman's terms. You and your friends or your family, y'all in a big ass field, y'all find another family, and then that other family runs away. Y'all be like, oh, well, we won, right? Or you gonna think at the least they're retreating, all right? So that's what we thought. So they leave. We still out there. All of a sudden, we see a million black motherfuckers coming over the sand. We like, who the fuck is that? We see them, and they had their little fez caps on, all right? I heard a couple elders tell this story before, but they wasn't lying. It's the truth. Shout out to the Elder Remedy H. I think he was talking about this like a few months ago. But this is a fact. Like, they not lying to y'all when they telling y'all this is exactly how it went. Basically, we out there, we like, okay, we see all these black people, so we like, oh shit. And then we see these little fez caps that they show you Moors wearing and shit. So we see all these little fez caps and shit. We like, oh shit. Then we like, oh, that's bro them. You know, like the same way you would be today. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like, oh, that's bro them. Like how you would be today. Like, if you in a fight and you need help. Yeah. So we on the sand and shit. You feel me? We out there. We out there. And we like, oh shit, that's bro them, you feel me? So, we understand. You feel me? We're like, oh shit, that's bro them. They coming to help us. That's what we thought. Shit, we was already fighting with these fucking human beings and these fucking reptilians. I mean, these Pleiadians. And it was a battle like a motherfucker. So when the human beings retreated away during the battle, and this battle took place, right? This battle took place right here on this planet, on this day, July 4th. So when we see all these black people coming toward us, we're like, man, that's bro them. We knew who they was. Like, oh, we ain't seen their ass in a minute. And we knew they had betrayed us. But we still, being desperate in battle, we assumed like they here to help us. Boy, their ass came and got down on our ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the human beings came right behind them. That's how it went. All right. They came over the sand, and that's how they got us. Cause like, when they came, they didn't start warring with us. They literally like got up on us and started killing us. So we started killing their ass, and a whole other war broke out right there. But we was already warring with the human beings right before that. We not even knowing the human beings what to get them. Now we out there warring with the Moors. Keep in mind, the Moors are still gods. So they have spirit, soul. They have the same power we have. So we warring with their ass like a motherfucker. And you know, it's harder fighting our own than it is fighting human beings and Pleiadians. Because the human beings and Pleiadians not strong like we is. But we strong as fuck. You fighting another god. So while we fighting the fucking Moors, the human beings come jump back in. Then here come the Pleiadians. Then here come the reptilians. So now we basically, right here on this planet, we getting jumped. We fighting reptilians, Pleiadians, human beings, Moors, which was our own people. Fuck it, they was under a spell though. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you thinking? Have you ever seen like the old Superman cartoons where they show you? Yeah, they definitely backdoored our ass. Definitely. Today we call it backdoor. They backdoored the fuck out of us twice. All right. Now, but they, you know, they were under spells though too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they ass got out there. Just man, they showed you that shit in Wakanda, man. Look, Wakanda got so much hidden gems in it from our true history. It's crazy. In Wakanda, why do you think at the end when it went to that war, what happened on Wakanda? It was Wakanda fighting Wakanda. Y'all remember that? That come from what happened in real life. That's how it went. And nigga, you know, so the human beings, what they did was they used us to defeat us. Like they still do to this day, nigga. So when you see them out here having us kill each other right now, having us thinking it's the black, every time somebody black get killed, motherfuckers be like, oh, niggas love quoting that dumbass Tupac line. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Pac. But I don't fuck with one line he said when he said, they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing him. That's one of the lines that Tupac rapped. That if I was like older with Pac, I would have checked his ass behind that shit. Like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about, fam? Like, Lemmy would have been this age, and Tupac was out, and I'm out, nigga. He would have fucked with me up to that line, nigga. Because I would have checked his ass like, what you just say, nigga? Why would you just tell these people, they say it's our own kind we should fear, but they say it's the white man we should fear, but it's our own kind doing all the killing here. That's basically keeping the narrative going that it's our fault that this shit is happening to us, and that's not what's going on. Feel me, nigga? So that's how they defeated us on this day. Right here on July 4th, nigga. Right here on this day. This what they celebrated for. They finally defeated us wholly, and now they finally got the ram. They started their company, the United States, 1776. It was black Moors who helped make the Declaration of Independence. Facts, nigga. And it was Moors who designed all the fucking cathedrals in Europe, nigga. Facts, nigga. Now you need to ask why, and I'm just explaining to you why. A lot of y'all just got branch knowledge. I'm here to give you the seed knowledge. Cause on Wikipedia, on Google, in school, they get your ass branch knowledge. Remember, it's a whole tree of knowledge. They just gave your ass the branch. You gotta figure out how the fuck the tree grew. See what I'm saying? To know what happened, you just can't look at that branch and be like, well, that branch has a leaf on it. It's a whole story to how that leaf grew. And before that leaf was on that branch was on that tree. And before that tree was a tree, it was just a little, it was in the ground, just a seed. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to the seed of shit. That's why when motherfuckers be in the comments commenting, you commenting from a branch point of view. Nigga, I'm divine insight. Nigga, I'm not even from, like, come on, bro. Like, I sit in front of you in this way. I use certain words in this way so y'all can relate. I'm a true life foreigner to this planet right now. Like, I'm a medium, man. Like, I ain't gonna never tell you shit wrong. You feel me? Like, this is the supreme facts of July 4th. This is the day they defeated us, nigga. This is the day they finally defeated us. And then they enslaved us right after this day. You feel me? And they used our own black fucking Moors to do it, nigga. And then in Europe, after they enslaved us, then they used the Moors, who were still under spells, to design Europe. And the Moors helped them design Europe, built everything. The Moors did. And then, after they got tired of the Moors, they killed their ass the fuck off. Go look at the European Moors wars, nigga. Because remember, y'all ain't gotta look up shit. I'm the teacher. I'll pull it up for you. Let me pull up because they don't tell you how it got there. I'm just connecting. I'm giving y'all the seats, nigga, on the boss, nigga. You hear me? Listen. Check this out. Check this out. Let me pull it up, man. Pull it up, man. They be trying to play me like I ain't. Come on, man. And everything I can't pull up. That's why I just give it to you like this. Some things I can, though. Up. Here we go. Okay. They like to call it the Reconquista. Everybody pay attention. Comments off for a second. I'm cutting the comments off. Everybody pay attention. This is what I want y'all to see. Now, I told y'all that they used the Moors to defeat us on this day today. And after they defeated us, they enslaved all the Anunnaki gods and goddesses. Then they turned around and used the Moors to build up Europe. The Moors being still under the spell that they've been under from the fucking Arcturians, went along to help the Europeans build up Europe. Now, as soon as they got through making Europe, the Moors, so the Moors helped the fucking human beings not only capture the fucking Anunnaki gods and goddesses, but they then turned around and helped build up modern day Europe. They also are the ones that set up the United States of America. Like hold on before I read that. The whole way we look at the structure of this country is based around what? The Constitution, the preamble, and the fucking Declaration of Independence. Do you know why? Who you think it was that told them they should have a Declaration of Independence if they want to keep us slaved? The Moors taught them that. The Moors told them that. The Declaration of Independence is a fucking big-ass spell, nigga. The preamble is a fucking big-ass spell, nigga. And when you recite it over and over, why you think they make you pledge allegiance to the flag, nigga? You're pledging your soul to that bitch, nigga. That's a spell, nigga. Who you think taught them to come up with a flag? Who you think? The Moors did, man. The Moors did. Now, all right. After they got tired of dealing with the Moors, they eradicated their ass. This is why to this day, right now, there are no more Moors on the planet. You know why? Because the era was called the Reconquista. Okay? So today we learning about something in class, y'all. The Reconquista. Okay? Now, what was the Reconquista, class? The Reconquista was a centuries-long series of battles by Christian states to expel the Muslim Moors, who from the 8th century ruled most of the Iberian Peninsula. Okay? So, you know, of course they're going to add these lies. But look, date, 801 to 1492. That's a lie on that date. Who defeated the Moors in Europe? At the Battle of Tours, see what I'm saying? Why did the Moors, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, the Moors were wiped out, nigga, by the same motherfuckers they helped. All of them. All right? Now, for you dumb motherfuckers who be out there calling yourself Moorish Americans, this is why when y'all ass go to court and y'all be like, I'm Moorish American, that shit don't be working. That shit don't be working, G. That shit do not be working, G. That shit don't be working, G. All right, comments back on. But look, right? This is why motherfuckers that be talking that I'm Moorish American shit, you wonder why they be laughing at your goofy ass. You know what I mean? I was locked up. You know how many niggas try to go in court and go per se and use them I'm Moorish American so y'all rules don't apply to me? Get that goofy ass found guilty. You sound crazy, man. You go in them people courtroom talking about I'm a Moor. You don't even know what a Moor is. They been eradicated and destroyed, nigga. You feel me? And then see a lot of people, they read Noble Drew Ali. So this got motherfuckers feeling like they Moors. Nigga, you a Anunnaki god. You ain't no motherfucking Moor unless you want to be a house Negro. The Moors was the original house Negroes, nigga, that helped fucking these Pleiadians and human beings conquer us, nigga. And the Moors were black, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Supreme facts. And then right after they helped fucking Europe conquer us, Europe used their ass to build up Europe and France and Italy and the whole fucking Europe and in the UK that you see today. That was all built and designed by the fucking Moors, nigga. By the fucking Moors, nigga. Right after they got through, as soon as they got through building up their shit, they slaughtered their ass. You know why they killed them? Because at the end, they still gods, nigga, who was under a spell. So they couldn't let the Moors just keep going. Eventually, if they didn't kill them off the Moors, nigga, that spell would eventually fuck around and broke down, and they would have started trying to war back. And when they started killing off the Moors, that's exactly what happened. The spell, as soon as they started killing the Moors, the spell broke. See, they started killing the Moors because they feared that the spell was gonna break, even though it wasn't gonna break. But you know, the people that put the spell on the Moors, they don't really know what they're doing. They know what they're doing to an extent. So them sensing that the spell was breaking down, well, let's just start killing their ass off before the spell break. And as soon as they killed the first Moor, who was still a god, the fucking spell broke. Back. And that's why the Moors started fighting back. And that's why it's called the Reconquista, nigga. When the Moors went to war with Europe, nigga. Right. Niggas don't even write. Shout out to S. Lee. Niggas try to jump in this university with me, y'all, like I ain't divine insight. I'm sitting here just to remind my people who they is. That's all I'm doing. They try to dispute, right? Supreme fact.